How's it going, guys? Jack Pugsley here, and welcome to the channel, guys. Today, um, I don't exactly know where to start. With just an embarrassing performance from the get-go, right from the get-go. An extremely embarrassing performance. Wait for a few people to get into the live stream before I start rambling on and start waffling. Yeah, also the camera's not in the best position either, so I'm going to try my best. But yeah, just a really embarrassing performance from the get-go. And in my opinion, the manager has to go. The manager needs to go. That is a problem. We've got the players. Yes, the players don't look motivated. Lewis Grabban doesn't look motivated at all. Freeman wasn't up to it. The whole team weren't up to it. And I feel that is down to the manager. The manager they're playing under, they're not enjoying it. It's not working. And we need a change around. We need a change around. I said it in my QPR live review last week as well. A change around is needed. A change around is needed when it comes to the manager, because Limucci, don't get me wrong, last season he was unlucky, mate. You've got, yeah, Alex, mate, good luck to you as well. Thank you very much for the support. Good luck to you, mate. You deserved it as well. Cardiff deserved it, but yeah, it's just the whole system doesn't work under Limucci. The defensive football, sitting back against teams that don't even counter-attack themselves. They don't play attacking football. For example, Cardiff, they don't play two attacking football. It's quite physical, but it's not too attacking. And if you're not changing it, if you're just going to keep playing the same system against a team like Cardiff, when you know it's not going to work with QPR, etc., and you're going to keep doing the same thing week in, week out, it's not going to work. And it's not been working this season. We've not won in 9 games, I don't think. I think our last game was Bristol City at home. Obviously, the Derby draw, should have won that game. We've not won in time, in absolute ages, and it's not good enough. The whole system isn't good enough, and Limucci isn't the right man. I've said it before. I said it in my last stream last week. I think I was a lot more depressed, a lot more sad in that stream because it was straight after the game. But I've said it for a while now. He's not the man. Limucci is not the man. The football is too defensive. It doesn't work with the players we've got. We're not a physical side. We're not a big side. Do you know? It doesn't work. Limucci is, yeah, Unai Emery in mate. Yeah, no, I'm alright, thank you. I think he's a bit more negative than Sabri, isn't he? But yeah, Limucci is too negative for a team like Forest. For Millwall, maybe. Cardiff. I'm not saying Cardiff are a negative team. They did so well today. They deserve the win. Yeah, Alex, I do agree, mate. I really do agree. And Aaron, I won't, mate. I really won't. So before you say that, kind of think about what I said in the past. I don't change on one result. So think about what you're saying. Limucci's not the man. I've said it for a while, and I'll say it again. Limucci's not the man. No matter if we win next week, he's not the man. The football isn't coming together. It's not gelling. It would have gelled by now. Yes, we're 2 games in, but we've been playing this football for absolutely ages now, and it's not working. It is not working. The football's not working. I mean, I don't know if Lolly had an injury, if someone could tell me. But if he didn't, let's say, it just shows the cluelessness of Sabri. I could be wrong. Lolly could have been injured, but I don't think he was, and it just shows the cluelessness from Sabri Limucci. We all, as fans, we knew that 2 up top would probably work better than it would with Lewis Grabban on his own in front. And 37 minutes in, he takes Lolly off. And brings Taylor on to play 2 up top. But then again, I might be totally wrong. Lolly might have been injured, if someone could tell me, but I don't think he was. And Lyle Taylor was our only creative spot today. Lewis Grabban missed an absolute sitter. And yes, I'm not blaming the manager for them sort of misses. You can't blame the manager for everything. Grabban should have took that away. I totally agree. Lewis Grabban just doesn't seem like he's enjoying himself under Limucci though, and Lyle Taylor came on and he added something. He added like some fierceness. He was getting in arguments. I loved it. I was enjoying it. He just added something that no one else had on that pitch. Ribeiro was poor for their first goal. Figueiredo, the marking. I like Figueiredo. I've met him a couple of times in the area I live. Really nice guy. I had a good conversation with him. A couple of good conversations, but the marking was something that would have happened when I played football in year 6. It was abysmal. It was like kids football on the weekend, on a Saturday or a Sunday. Matt, mate, you know, you say that, but I still think the system we play under doesn't work for a player like Freeman. Don't get me wrong, Freeman's class, and he did a decent job today. But the system that we play under Limucci won't work for Freeman. It doesn't work for Carvalho. It doesn't work for Freeman. But Freeman did the best he could do today. The system you saw Freeman dropping back into the midfield, defensive midfield. He needs to be forward. He was dropping back because of football is that played around the back before it actually advances forward. You know, the system doesn't work under many. I mean, if you've got a physical team, it might work. If you've got I don't know, Steve Morrison from Millwall when he used to play, he'd probably work perfectly under this. But Grabman didn't seem interested. Figs and Worrell, like I said, I was going to say the marking from Figueiredo was just really appalling. Yeah, the marking was just very poor for that first goal. Figueiredo was, yeah, Kiefer Moore's a big lad, I totally understand that, but he should have done better. Jenkinson, when I saw the team sheet today, obviously because it goes from the goalkeeper to the right back, as soon as I saw Jenkinson, I just knew it was going to be a shocker. Jenkinson's not good enough at all. Yusuf, if you're still watching, mate, I know you're an Arsenal fan. Jenkinson is appalling. For a team that wants to be a top 6 team, he's not good enough at all. Jenkinson isn't. Really not good enough. And he was poor today. He was jogging back when when Hoylett was on the counter attack. Mark, maybe have different opinions there. I just personally think he was just, not good enough. We had Dorica on the bench. Gabriel, also Sam Christie as well, but he's not ready yet. But Gabriel was mint last week, I thought. So yeah, and then the midfield today, Kovac did a decent job. He was one of the star players of what was available. Amiobi tried. He did some things quite well. How he cut the lines and stuff, but didn't really reach his full potential. Roddy didn't get enough time to prove himself. And I think the second half was better, but if that's what we're relying on the second half to be good, not the first halves, and not get anything out of the game, then that's really not the right mentality, is it? Taylor just added something that no one else added. Martin came on, he was decent as well. He added something again that we didn't have all game. Grabman didn't look interested, and yes, you can blame the players to some extent. You can blame Grabman for the sitter. You can blame Figueiredo for their goal. But the system of football we play, the defensive football doesn't work. If you said to them players, go and play football, play attacking football. If we had Eddie Howe personally, tell me who you guys would like in the comments in the live stream. Tell me who you guys would like. Eddie Howe for me would be perfect manager. I believe he plays for the 4-4-2 and also the 4-4-3-3. I believe is that correct? I just think he'd be a perfect manager. Plays attacking football. Kept Bournemouth in the Premier League with a squad that was hit or miss for I don't know, but he stayed in the Premier League and he got them to 12th. He got them to 10th. He was a really, really good manager in the Premier League for Bournemouth. Yes, Matt, I would play a 4-4-2. I would play a 4-4-2. True Red is you're correct. Jenkinson didn't look interested for a player that's earning 25 grand a week. It was nearly at the end of his time, I'd say. What's the point, mate? What's the point? He's on a lot of money for not much excitement from the player himself. But yeah, for me, I'd get Eddie Howe in. Limucci isn't the right man. I said it, if you watch my last QPR live stream, Limucci isn't the man. And I think I said this. The alarm bells rang for me. The Sheffield Wednesday game. I know it was the first game back from COVID, but it was just something in me that thought, this is weird. This is really weird. Because before I wasn't 100% Limucci in, but I wanted Limucci in before the COVID break. I can't lie. Derby losing. That's good to see. 1-0 to Luton. Yeah, both East Midland club doing absolutely shocking this year, aren't they? At least they're doing bad as well. But yeah, I wanted Limucci in before the COVID restart. The Sheffield Wednesday game, we've dropped a lot of viewers there, gone on to 2. But yeah, the restart, something just wasn't right that Sheffield Wednesday game. I think Derby away was a really good performance as well. I can't lie about that. That was a really good performance. But other than that, the football has just been appalling. It's been appalling. Yeah, it really has. Yeah, the true red, mate. Totally agree. Lyle Taylor was the only correct, only the bright spot, only bright spot when he came on. I mean, Martin did have something as well in his own way. Yeah, might agree, mate. Trying to stay positive, but it is not working. Yeah, it's just the way that Limucci sets us up is just way too negative, defensive, and it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. I see Sabri keeping his job. I do see Sabri keeping his job until. Well, it depends. We could beat Huddersfield, couldn't we? You know, you never know with this game, but I don't see us beating Huddersfield, to be honest. I see Limucci keeping his job. If we carry on playing how we are playing, I'll tell you that in a minute, mate. My manager shortlist. But if I give Limucci 3 games. 3 games. And I do think that'll be a bit too late as well. We'll have to work harder than any other team would have to if they want to achieve promotion, because we'll have lost too many games under Limucci by the time it happens. Yeah, I'll tell you my manager's, yeah, might as well, mate. You're completely right. He changes it when it's going bad. He doesn't change it when, obviously, there's a saying, don't fix it if it isn't broken, but it was always broken from the start. And we knew it was going to be a broken game from Forest. I didn't expect anything today. I had no motivation coming into the game. He only changes it when it's going towards the end as well, or towards when it's too late, when we've already conceded a couple of goals. You know, it's like, just do it before we've conceded. Do it when we are, because we were playing bad up. You know what I mean? It's not like we conceded. It was a free goal. We were playing bad football the whole game. We were playing boring, negative football, defensive, passing it around the back. They were all over us, weren't they, from the second minute? But change it straight away. You know, if you're gonna change it as soon as we've conceded the first goal. Don't wait till the 38th minute. I mean, is what it is. I don't think Lyle Taylor would have scored today anyway, because again, the system doesn't work for him. Grabban should have scored. I totally understand that though. Grabban should have scored. He should have took his chance. But yeah, I'll talk about manager shortlist now. Obviously, I said Eddie Howe would be my number 1 choice. Been talked about Chris Hughton, ex-Brighton manager. For me personally, I feel like he's. I feel like he's a bit like Sabri. I do feel like he is quite like a better manager, but the system is a lot like Sabri's. Limucci's. Oh, Derby equalised. Jack Marriott. Oh well. I feel like the football that Hughton plays is going to be Sabri's football is similar to Chris Hughton's, but it will be better. So it depends. Do you want to watch negative football and win games, or play positive football and probably win games? For me personally, I'd rather play positive football and win games. It's obvious, isn't it? And Eddie Howe will bring positive football. The thing with Sabri Limucci is it's not like we're not winning games and playing negative football. We're losing games and playing negative football. There's no positivity. There's no creativity. Yes, Grabban should have taken his chance. I totally understand that. We had decent enough chances, but for more than half of the game, we're playing around the back. We're not actually attacking. So if you actually, for them, I don't know, the hour mark, 60 minutes. If you're playing around the back and you're not even going forward, you just wasted so much time. You wasted so much time. Just watching Derby's goal here, yeah, decent goal. You're right, Josh, mate. How you doing? Hope you're well. Abysmal performance by Forest today. Hopefully Leicester can do quite better, or a little bit better. If you're playing negative football when you're playing it around the back for so long and you don't build the momentum, which we don't build enough momentum, and it's too late. We like last 10 minutes we're putting balls in, we're having decent free kicks, we're using the flanks. It's too late. It's like Sabri. In all honesty, I don't know what he's playing at. I really don't. It's like we're sitting off, letting the teams pressure us, and then on the counter attack. But we're not really getting the counter attacking opportunities, because it just doesn't work out. It doesn't work out under the system we're playing, mate. Forest have got Huddersfield away next, and I don't see us doing well there. Yeah, like I said, the football is. My mouth's getting dry from saying it. The football is too negative. With the squad we've got as well, the likes of Luke Freeman, João Carvalho sitting in the park. I can't speak. Sitting in his apartment and not even getting in the squad. We've got Freeman, Carvalho, Lolly, Amiobi, Taylor, Graben. The creativity that we've got, the creative players we've got on our team, and the style of football we play is just appalling. It is appalling, and that's why Limucci is not cut out for the job. And I did say it, like I said it from about Fulham last season, even Sheffield Wednesday last season after the COVID break. Something was not right. And then I thought, his first game, give the guy a chance, But we saw too many performances last season. I could pick out a handful. Charlton, see that message. Yeah, you're right, mate. The marking and the mind, we didn't use it. We didn't even think, like, for the second goal especially. They weren't awake. That's the word I'm looking for. The players were asleep. For that second goal. But yeah, last season, Charlton away was a game which was appalling. West Brom away. The thing with that game is we played awfully and we got something out of the game. But now it's come to the point where we're playing awfully and we're getting nothing out of the game. If you're playing boring, negative football and you're getting, a point against top of the league or something, you can take it. Or if you're winning games and you're playing with 17% possession, I don't mind. You know what I mean? As long as we're getting something out of the game. Like Charlton last season, we got nothing out of the game. We got nothing out of the game. It was extremely negative. Obviously Swansea at home last season as well. That was really, really appalling. We should have won that game. We needed the 3 points. It was getting to the final stage of the season. Swansea were battling us. We played appalling and they deserved the point. They probably deserved the 3 points in the end as well. So many occasions where we just, I don't know. And I'll name an example where we played negative football and won. Fulham away, we played the most offensive football I've ever seen. What an away day, by the way. Go check out the match day vlog for that. Amazing. We played the most negative football and we got something out of the game. But that's when teams couldn't work us out. That's when Sabri Limucci was new. The players were new. Samba was new. Everything about the team was new. Yeah, mate. Completely right, True Red. You're completely right. I agree. But if we went to Fulham last season, we got 3 points out of that game, played negative football. Amazing. Leeds at home played negative football and we got 3 points. It's just, that's them sort of things, really, really good. If you're going to play negative football and get points out of games, go for it. But that's when, the Fulham game especially, teams didn't know anything about Limucci. They didn't really know how to play against us. But we've all of a sudden been sussed. Over time, we've been sussed. And that seemed to me like just before the COVID break, we were sussed out by other managers, other teams. It's just, yeah. I don't know where we go from here. And there's also other games as well. Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, mate, James. I agree, mate. I agree. He should have done better for the marking, though. We have to agree with that. But gets beat in the air. Aerial in the air. I can't speak. Lost it. In the air. Figueredo needs to work on it. He's a big lad, 6'2", 6'3". He needs to work on it against bigger players because he does struggle against physical in the air, especially. Not really on the floor, but Matt, you said he'll be gone by Christmas. I think I give it 4 games. And I think I don't see his change. I don't see a performance change. I think he'll be gone in 4 games. Ranikis won't mess around, But yeah, just saying what I was talking about last season. The positives: Leeds at home, Fulham away, West Brom away. Trying to pick out some inspiration here. And Luton away. That was Luton away. Yeah, James. The guy he doesn't have a plan B. That's one thing I think we need to point out. He has no plan B. Yeah, so mate, how you doing? Completely right. That's what we should be looking at. Louise Place. She was a brilliant commander. Get her in. Owen will tell you all about her if you want to put a comment about her. But yeah, positives: Leeds at home, West Brom away, QPR away as well. That was a very, very good positive. They were positives. You can't lie. Swansea away as well. But again, that was early on in the season. People didn't really know how to work us out. Yeah, James, completely right. Defend, and we don't know what to do. We're clueless going forward. Let me just get that comment back up. Sabri needs to go. Negative football, it doesn't. Yeah, Luke, the fans can see two up tops working. We said it before. He brings it on, and we play better football. You know, we could all see two up top. Loudheader and Graham would work, and he does it, and we play better. Didn't score because it was too late. But yeah, let me just get on to what I'm going to say. I keep getting sidetracked. Negatives last year, I'd say. Obviously, teams are going to have bad performances. Teams are going to have bad performances. Yeah, James, we had a good second half, but that's because we played two up top and it worked for us. But teams are going to have bad performances. Like last year, over time, Sheffield Wednesday away was poor, I'd say. Millwall away was poor. Reading away as well. I don't think we played too bad at Reading away. I just think we got very unlucky with the late goal situation. What else? Middlesbrough away was pretty poor as well. They're a bit like Cardiff, quite a strong physical team, and we struggled breaking them down. And that's where you need a plan B with this kind of stuff. And we didn't have a plan B for teams like Middlesbrough, teams like Cardiff as well. Cardiff at home last season as well. A bit similar to today, really, wasn't it? Millwall away. We don't have. What did we do at Millwall at home? Charlton at home as well. But what did we do to Millwall at home last year? Was it 3-0, wasn't it? Yeah, because that was the last game I went to. Last game most Forest fans went to 3-0 before the COVID break. Millwall away, and that's when we, you know, yeah, James, we got the talent, we got the players, we got the creativity. It's not being used at all. But what I'm trying to say is, obviously, I know we'll have bad games. But it just felt like Sabri Lamucci didn't have a plan B last season, and he's had the COVID break, and he's had this summer just gone to try and find another plan to use in different times when against different teams. You know, if we played Leeds like last season, they play quite. They play like what we play. No, that's a lie. They play attacking football, but they don't really sit back. If you're gonna play this style of football against Leeds, for example, it will probably work 8 times out of 10. It could go well, but teams like Cardiff, teams like Millwall. Sorry, I'm just getting sidetracked again. Teams like Millwall, Cardiff, Middlesbrough, Birmingham. You need to have a plan B for these kind of things. Yeah, I hope so, Luke, mate. He needs to go. You need to have a plan B. And Lamucci's like Warburton. He didn't have a plan B. He didn't change it up. Don't get me wrong. I know Lamucci did make it two up top. And if he still has his job for Friday against Huddersfield, then I want to see him play two up top. But he's too stubborn. He won't do it. He only did it today because he was in the crap. He was in the SHIT. Yeah, I've said it for years. I've said it when yeah, James, Eddie Howe's my number one man. I think his attacking football, we would flourish under him. He would flourish under us. Carvalho and Graben would work perfectly. Carvalho and Taylor. But yeah, I'm going around in circles because I just keep saying the same thing. All you need to know is Lamucci's negative. He doesn't have a plan B. We don't go forward. We sit back. We don't support the likes of Lewis Grabban. I know Lewis Grabban I know Lewis Grabban had a good chance today. You can't lie about that. He had a good chance, and he should have scored. But we're not playing a system that suits our striker. We should play around Lewis Grabban, and we don't do it. We don't play around the player that's going to score us goals. Loose Nottingham Forest. It's a bit of a hard thing to say, but yeah, look, it's it gets hard. It does get tough being a Forest fan, that's for sure. Like I said, Sabri needs to go. Lamucci needs to go. If he still has his job, I want to see him play two up top. I want to see his go for it next game if he's still the manager, which I think he will be. I think he'll go 4 games after. I don't see him play two up top either. He won't switch. He's too stubborn. Like I said, he only played two up top today because we were in the SHIT and we needed to change around ASAP. Yeah, mate. One, congratulations on the win, mate. You deserved it. Yeah, the True Red. Leeds, West Brom had a plan B. Nottingham Forest do not have a plan B. We can't. I mean, we could change it up, but Limucci won't change it up. That's the thing. We've got the squad to rotate. We could start a different team, a completely different team with the bench, and still have a decent Championship team. But Limucci's not gonna budge. He's a very stubborn manager, extremely stubborn manager. And Karanka was stubborn. Neil was very stubborn, most stubborn manager I've ever seen in my life. And Limucci's not far off O'Neill. He's extremely stubborn. Next week the team will be the same. We'll see the likes of Graben on his own. And I don't get why Graben's a captain either, because he doesn't look interested. He doesn't look interested himself, and I don't get why you'd give the captaincy to a player that doesn't look interested, and also a player that should he be starting over Taylor? Well, for me personally, Taylor's a better striker, but you might as well go two up top. You know, you might as well go two up top, but I don't see him doing that. I just don't know why you give a captaincy to a striker that I don't see starting every game this season. I see Love Taylor. So I'm sitting here saying what I think would happen. I don't think it would happen because guys, I've lost it. My mind's gone blank. Limucci won't change, and he's obviously given Graben the captaincy because he wants to play Graben up front. Probably on his own. We've seen that so far on his own. It looks like that's what it's gonna be. One up top every time, unless he changes it because he knows his job's in the SHIT. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, he's not the man. The football is incorrect for us. Barnsley away as well. We forget we've like the first 3 games of the season. Obviously, one in the Carabao Cup. We've lost all 3. We lost all 3 games with not even a goal. Not even a single goal. I think about 2 shots on target, 3 shots on target as well, if that. So yeah, it's not working. He needs to go before it's too late. It doesn't feel like the season's over because I feel like, it doesn't feel like the season's over because, I trust Moranikis to get rid of him in his own time, very soon, before it's too late. I trust Moranikis. I think he's a brilliant owner from what we've seen so far. We thought Faros was a good owner, didn't we? But no, Moranikis is a good manager. Who would I replace? Who would I replace for Sabri? Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe for me. I think he would do a perfect job, but I don't know if we'd get him, to be honest. But yeah, Eddie Howe would be the man for me. But like I said, I trust Moranikis to do the right thing. Hopefully he doesn't do it too late. I think he'll do it at the right time. Yeah, you say that the True Red, but you look at the standard of the league this season, you've got the likes of Wycombe Wanderers, you've got the likes of Barnsley, who we can't even beat ourselves. It's probably the most tin pot Championship league I've ever seen, but that's what makes it tougher for Forest. You're probably right, mate. Probably makes it tougher for Forest because we struggle against these sort of teams, physical teams like Wycombe. We'll probably lose to Wycombe, mate. Who would be more realistic, Adam? Would you say Eddie Howe's realistic or not? I'm not sure. Obviously, you don't think he's a realistic option. He might be, he might not. But if you want to go to proper realistic, who we could definitely get in if we offered him, I don't know. If you guys could name me some managers, I don't know. Really can't think. If you guys could name me some managers who you think we would get in who's a realistic option, I don't think Eddie Howe's unrealistic. I feel like we could get him in, but it'd be hard. It would be hard. It would be very hard. But I don't see why not. Yeah, the Cardiff brothers, I mean, they had a shocker at Huddersfield, didn't they? They had some decent players, and I don't know if they would be the right men, the right managers. Decent shout though. I'm personally not too sure. They struggled at Huddersfield big time, but they came to the big league and they struggled with some big players as well, some decent, big name players, and that Alex Pritchard, etc. So yeah, Matt, it's funny because you say Lee Johnson. When I was sitting there thinking of a realistic option, Lee Johnson came to my head. But then I just remember a lot of Bristol City fans just slagging the guy off 24/7. So I don't think he is probably a realistic option who we'd probably get in. But you say that, no, Forest always go abroad. Forest will look to go someone from France or something. You know, we won't go for someone we've ever heard of. You know, we won't go for the average Brit, the average Englishman. We'll go for someone from Mongolia. You know, don't know why I said Mongolia, but we'll go for someone completely different. Yeah. We'll have to see what happens. But Limucci needs to go before it's too late. He's not going to change his system. He's had last 3 months to change his system when it went wrong, and the guy hasn't changed his system. Mr. Dor, how you doing, mate? Yeah, no comment. No comment indeed. Even though I've done a 30-minute video, a lot of comments on the Moochie. The football doesn't work under what we're doing. Under what we're doing, the players we have, the creativity we have, and Limucci needs to go before it's too late. And you know, he gave us some brilliant times last season. I'm sure Mr. Dor will agree with me. He gave us some fantastic times. What we've been missing for a while now, I think Stoke away last season, Swansea away last season, Fulham away last season. The passion that were in them stands, I'm sure Dor, you will agree. The passion that was in them stands was something that I've never experienced as a Forest fan. Obviously, I've not experienced the glory days like a lot of you have, or the older generation have. But he gave us some very good times. But over time, it's just come where we've been getting found out every game. Every game now, teams know how to play against us. Teams know what Limucci likes to do. They know how we play, and we've not changed it one single bit from a year ago today when we were doing well. But over time, it's become it could be, but I feel like Eddie Howe for me would be the right man. For me, would be the perfect option, and we can appreciate more good times. All good things come to an end, or when everyone else watching, all good things come to an end. But it's like we were doing well last season. I know the saying, like I said earlier, don't fix it if it's not broke. Totally agree. But a year later, if you've not changed anything about how you play, nothing, everything's the same. Same from when we beat Fulham, but no changes at all. When over time we would get found out, we've not made any changes to how we play. You're gonna get found out over time, and that's what happened. We got found out mid last season. Teams caught on to the how easy it was to play against us. Wow, Norwich have missed an absolute sitter. I think that was Todd Cantwell as well. Wow. Yeah, too predictable. Yeah, true red, mate. Totally agree. You think he would have changed something from the heartbreak itself. But not even that, you think he would have changed something from the good times because teams know how to play against you. Over time, we saw teams giving us a game. I mean, Barnsley at home last season, Wigan at home. Don't get me wrong, we got the 3 points, but they should have beat us. They knew how we played. They battered us all over the field. And we just didn't change how we do. We didn't change anything. It's a shame. I would have, as a man, I love Sabri. I think he's great, and I think he like we've been saying, he gave us some phenomenal times last season. But all good things come to an end, and his time is up, in my opinion. And I'd say from the first loss of the season, fans have really started to change their mind on Limucci, which is strange because the start of the season, a lot of the hardcore Forest fans were back the manager, stay loyal, and all of a sudden over time it's like fans have realised that he's not good enough, but he's not changed it, and he's not going to change it as well. If he was going to change it, he would have done it by now, and he's not changed it. No, mate, I wouldn't take Cloughie Junior. Nigel Clough. No, yeah, I think he's an alright guy, but I don't think that he's the manager we need. I don't think he's much different to Sabri, is he? But yeah, Limucci needs to. I'm saying it all the time. I'm repeating myself. We need changes. We need changes when it comes to the manager. Fingers crossed we can do it. I mean, if Limucci had a bit of flirtation with difference, with changing it up, I don't know why I said flirtation. If he had today's the only first time he's ever brought or changed it around that much, hasn't he? You know, like bringing on 2 up top. I think it's because he's in desperate times, and it just shows that he wasn't in desperate times before when we were playing bad. I remember Sheffield United at home. Sheffield Wednesday at home last season, we didn't make a single change when we were 4-0 down because we were doing too well in the league to worry about a 4-0 loss. So that's how well we were doing. I think we were 4th. But now the pressure is on him, and I think the fact that he changed it to 2 up top, no matter what, no matter if Lolly was injured or not, you would have thought he would have brought on a winger. You know, might have maybe play on the wing. But I've got a big stutter today, which isn't the best. Yeah, I know. Yeah, true. But yeah, to me, Limucci changing it to a 4-4-2 tells me that he's in under pressure. He's under pressure now, and yeah, I think he knows his time's almost up, and I think he knows he's too stubborn to change it around as well. But he could. He's only man that can control his decisions, can't he? Darren Moore, probably not, mate. Probably not. He did alright with West Brom. I don't know why he got sacked in the end, but probably not for me, mate. No. I take Dean Smith, mate. I would take Dean Smith. We won't get in there, will we? Obviously not. But yeah, look, guys. Hopefully onwards and upwards from here. Like I said, if Limucci had, a common trait of changing things around, then I'd be buzzing. But I feel like it's too late now. But yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed this stream, yeah, awesome, Wenger. If you enjoyed this stream, drop a like, subscribe, turn post notifications on. Follow me on Instagram as well. Yeah, actually, that's the thing. Follow me on Instagram, please. My Instagram is JackPugsley03. So if you haven't already, follow me on there, JackPugsley03. Follow me on Instagram. I'd be really appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn post notifications on, and yeah, drop a like, etc. Cheers for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, my opinions on Limucci won't change. He's not the right man for the club. We need to get someone in. He's not going to change it around vastly at all, or much at all. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you for all your comments and your opinions, etc. But yeah, really disappointing today, and that's what being a Forest fan is all about, innit? Yeah, cheers to True Red, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys. You know my opinions on Limucci. You know what I think. And yeah, time to go, mate. Time to go. But that doesn't mean I don't disrespect Limucci. I love him for what he did last season, etc. But it is time to go. Kieran, mate, I'm just about to end the stream. Just a bit late. But yeah, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Forest till I die. Cheers for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can change performances around very soon. Change the manager very soon as well. But yeah, cheers, guys. See you in a bit.